hello. Let's finish this game. Do Streamlabs. We can't have much. We have what? One more interaction with Henry, two more Carmelita, two more with Yuri, three with Doom, and three with Witness. Okay. Let's go do Henry. We'll do Henry, Jazz, uh, you, Witness. Okay, and then we'll just do, and they'll be on two away, and then we'll just cycle between the last, four. Sorry, I think I actually have a cold. Somehow. I don't think there's allergies, so. Although Henry Division, I wouldn't just finish this game. It's not the best game to be. Not the best to play like a narrative game where you have to read everything when I guess you can't speak and you're stuffy all the time. So let's talk Henry. Getting a picture of the island, understand the crucible of crime better. Like what you see. Anything could require sacrifice. We're about to achieve perfection. I flippin' knew it. I knew you are one of them. You can't fool me. Sorry, what did I say? Just like the rest of them. Whatever. Sorry, I didn't even know what I was saying. Thanks, Henry. Goodbye. Anything new? Did you see Car Architect last night? Who? Did you see the Doctor last night? How should I know? Thank you. Henry, I'll talk to you when I talk to everybody else. They'll do one last rotation. Ground Marshal Akiko 14. Does the doc have any motive for killing the council? I don't have anything to say about the doctor. Find photo of you in his boat? I have nothing to say, Nanaricho. Do you have to have history? I said I have nothing to say, Nanaricho. Did you see the doctor last night? I told you he came to examine Henry after we found the Labagu. This was after the murder. Did you see him before? No, I was busy. Did you know about the back door to Doomjet's clinic? The Pula? He brought the power grid down a few years ago. I make a line, the computer blew out. He was ordered to get a door fixed, but he never did.
What the hell?
How did he bring down the power? The reality folding drive kicks out an unfathomable amount of power. The grid is fragile, a fine balance has been maintained. Doctor tapped into the HQ's grid for some tests where he was doing that needed extra juice. Unofficial channels to go through to get extra power, but he doesn't care. He's excited about something the Syndicate moves too slowly for him. When he fired up his equipment, the HQ's grid went down. When it came back up, a number of systems blew out. It caused chaos. Why wasn't he forced to get the computer fixed? He has a lot of visitors and likes the scenery. Pula wasn't in any rush. He smooth talked his way out of it. When he told me about the demonic sigils on Grace's body, the same as was found on Henry's mother. I'm told they aren't. When in division, sigils were scorched on her by a sustained close proximity to Henry. Grace's were carved into her flesh. And they proved under each show. That's all I proved, is a good bit of testimony. Carrying a blade when you arrested Henry? Of course, I was carrying my sword with a combat knife. Did you find a blade on Henry when you arrested him and after he killed Grace? No. How did the sigils get carved into her body? No, we did under Richo demons. And for the insight, Akiko. Akiko. Why did you confiscate this photo of Grace Bloodline's neck from Doom Jazz's after examination? Murder by someone possessed by a demon, anything related to the demonic possession is classified. That's standard procedure, just for evidence it doesn't fit and tie into the official story. Standard procedure, you think you're really smart and clever with your snide insinuations, but you're not, you're wrong. Why didn't you let Doom Jazz examine the dead body of the martial guards? There was no need, we had already been carved up by the monster, who, as I keep saying, is in custody. Surely even an investigation free can see it's open and shut case. If it was, I wouldn't be here. Did you see the architect last night? You should ask her, not a Richo. I'm not her babysitter. Well, we're done over here for the time being. Oh, frick. Respawning. We're talking to Doom. Everybody will be a 6 and we'll just go back and forth. I mean, we gotta do the witness too. He's after Doom. Alright, and jump. Alright, and sprint. Hashtag Doc, wonderful to see you again. You're the only one that doesn't call me an investigation freak. It's nice not to call people names as a name was given to you by derogatory. Derogatorily. You may have lived up to it, but you should be careful of the labels that stick to you. Depends on your perspective. How do you mean? Other people can see something about us we can't ourselves, even if that opinion comes from a place of nastiness. On the other hand, it's easy to do accept what others tell you about yourself. It's a fine line. Always going for a real. You always go in for the real talk nowadays. Something else you want to talk about? I don't know. Things just feel pretty heavy around here. You're not the one tasked with saving paradise. I'm not the right person for the job. You are, though. You're forgiving and forgetting my past. Whatever. We all make mistakes. Never been the type to blind people to their history. People change. I'm impressed, Doc. You didn't proposition me this time. I'm going to stop by again some point before this is all over. We'll see. Bye. Talk to you later. Probably like 5 minutes. To witness, please. And that's done. We hit up everybody one last time. I gotta look. I guess I gotta look up where the last Sinji is. Now let me see. Missing Sinji. It's the first result. Top of Reality Fulton Drive and on top of the pyramid. Top of the pyramid! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I forgot to get the jet ski, I remember. I got the Reality Fulton Drive one. I apologize, you're gonna have to deal with it. I can't just like not be sick. I've only was that easy, right? Take me. Maybe this dude has something to talk about anyway, you never know. I see him. Hello, Sinji. How did come Dim Jazz gets a yacht? He likes his private time. How do you put in to get one? How do I become a yacht owner? It's my dream to own a yacht. How long have you had this dream? About 13 days. Think you need to be part of this and get a yacht. If that's the case, I'm not interested. Achievement unlocked. Scholars are demons. Conquered your stomach to turning dread and spoke to Sinji a lot. Now it's Achievements hanging out with Carmelina, Achievements hanging out with Doom Jazz, Achievements hanging out with Yuri, Achievements hanging out with a witness, and then to speedrun the game and beat it within 10 minutes. If it's easy, I'll do it, but if not, I'm not gonna worry about it. Believe me, you son of a gun. I don't really care for it, but it would just be like one achievement away and it's within 10 minutes, so Maybe I'll just do it on my own. I don't really know. I don't really have an interest in doing it. Do the witness. Yeah. Huh. This is your place, right? Suck me. Again, I do apologize. Hopefully we'll finish this game fast. We did do all the dialogue pretty much already. I did all the main stuff. Nope, I did not do yours, apparently. Whoops, okay. Hang out. When a chat witness, I must warn you that I am not one for long conversations with plants. Why plants? God's hand to use and raised us. Maybe I can hope to have some insight into their brilliance, but tending to life myself. Remember that you were a devoted follower of destroyed Eden, and gallops through the universe with true majesty. Unwavering devotion to him got me through my many dark times. It was light I could follow. Do you want to talk about these dark times? They are behind me now. The old life is gone. I only concern myself with my holy work. Do not dwell on your past. Embrace the life ahead of you and let the gods shine upon it. Keep that in mind. I'm enjoying a conversation with Lady Love Diet. Something sensitive I want to talk about. What do you want to tell the investigator? Did things happen while you were in exile? Lady Love dies. I can only imagine 3,000,000 days. The architect and I became close and we married. Didn't last though. She's obsessed with Perfect Island. There wasn't any room in her heart for me or the gods. I've been reluctant to tell you until now, but I'm worried about her. Her mind is not on the cosmos. In what way? Do you believe that you should be rewarded for your craft? Craft is rewarded unto itself. The architect was like that as well, but dark clouds began to gather over her. Prayers were not as fervent as they once were. I felt her work was not being done in the name of the star-born masters. She began to carve more validation, more credit for her work. She architects our islands. Without her, we have nothing. Our work is for gods who lifted us up, and we must do the same for them. Personal rewards the same that pushes us from their light. I fear she has forgotten this. Thank you for confiding in me, witness.
Why?
Why were you butting heads with Montserrat so much? What does that have to do with anything? And you didn't know what? Someone was clashing with a murder victim. Our leader was not following the holy mission. The focus was on the island sequences and not the gods.
Rhyme?
Did you kill him for being a sinner? Of course not. I am a holy servant. I may not have agreed with his plans, but he was our leader. You voted against every proposal he put forward, didn't you? That is the point of our democratic meetings. We all have a say in the direction the syndicate has direction veered away from our holy mission. I voiced my disagreement with it. What kind of proposals were they? Advancement towards the so-called Perfect 25. I don't care what our new home being perfect. If the gods are not there to celebrate with us. Look out to the ocean of madness. See many pyramids sit empty. 24 island sequences. We only have one pyramid resident. We are capable of so much more. Why haven't we done more? Monster had other plans. Grand resurrections could wait until the island sequences were solved. What's the point of Perfect 25? The gods remain in pain. Wonder my monster rather the syndicate's purpose, so I voted against everything. Yeah, if the rest of the council put forward. Mind him with a knife by any chance? Absolutely not. I understand you have become more secretive, maybe a bit paranoid. We told you that.
Rhyme?
You hide something from me? I'll just get jealous when you have a purpose in life. My holy work doesn't concern those who are straying. My personal business is my own. Secrets are your dangerous witness that can take physical forms before you realize. You don't need to lecture me, investigator. Why you started taking calls in private? Why is that anyone's business? Are you hiding something? Plotting something? Don't be ridiculous.
Got it.
I checked your building logs. Your story checks it out. Of course it does. The righteous have nothing to hide.
Why?
Why were you irritated to see Carmelina? Is that what she told you? I was surprised. It doesn't like her to do a social call.
I need to investigate.
Are you
this.
suspicious of her? Are you people who do things that are out of character? What were you doing with your phone at midnight? Wasn't doing anything with it. I was talking to the architect. Architect told me you interrupted your conversation to do something with your phone. Everyone fiddles with their phone. Not everyone does at the exact moment the council were murdered. Who were you calling? I didn't call anyone. Then what were you doing? Absolutely nothing. If I did something I don't remember, it was completely inconsequential. We'll see about that.
Crime cannot hide.
Tell me about the death moment the council died. I know you suffer from psychic death screams. Doom Jazz can't be trusted with patient confidentiality around you. Yes, every time a person dies, I am assailed by their psychic death scream, echoing out into space. Doomjazz prescribes me medication for it. Did you suffer from death screams from Ramallah when they died? Yes, I was assailed by the psychotic death screams of the council, brought to my knees in pain, by pain.
Paradise feels
Why
right.
did you want Crimson to get the key to the second seal? I didn't. You're lying. I have testimony that you not only asked her to get the key, but she gave you the key as well. That simply isn't true. It wants nothing to do with Miss Acid. Lying to you, Lady Love dies. You're being played. Have you got the key? I didn't even know the second seal required a key. I don't have it. You're lying. I know Lady Love dies. Miss Acid is tricking you, turning you against us, turning us against each other. Why? It's your job to find out. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night? I spoke to her when she reported Henry's escape, but I didn't see her until the crisis meeting after the killer had been arrested. Why were you and Carmelina married 25 years ago? Were you? Oh, were you? No, we had fallen apart a few years before that. Why do you ask? Apparently, she was in isolation for a year about 25 years ago. Remember that? I have no idea what she was doing. She likes to lose herself in her work. She said she was working on a project and didn't want to be disturbed. Was full isolation unusual? A little, but I didn't pay much attention. The syndicate's fall from grace was a bigger concern. Where does she isolate herself? She has always built herself little hideaways in the islands, places she won't be disturbed. I don't know where. Did you see Yuri last night? He is the secretary to the architect. Have you spoken to her? What do you know about Henry's escape? Only what the Grand Marshal told us. Have you spoken with her? Witness, I need to talk to you. What do you know about the device that I found? Looks like it records the death screams you suffer from and replays them. It's been fitted with a directional speaker that allows them to be targeted. I found that point in the Henry's cell. Doomjazz hypothesizes someone possessed by a demon would be agitated by it and have a spike of adrenaline.
Love dies.
And perfect for whipping Henry into a frenzy when Akiko went to execute him, giving him a chance to escape. Death screams are torture. I would never inflict them on anyone else. You're denying it, of course. No evidence that I placed that or used the device. Doomjazz told me that you asked about overcoming Henry's inhibitors. The end of the island is endlessly fascinating. Sympathy of finale is all hanging in the balance. Having demonically possessed prisoners is a significant risk. I need to know everything there is to know. You weren't trying to find out how to overcome them to help Henry escape? That'd be ridiculous. How would that help our holy mission? You asked Crimson to get the key to the second holy seal from KHX?
I don't like
No, I witness. I'm losing my patience. By asking her to do that and by her account, taking a copy from her, you're the prime suspect for who went through it. Nothing of the sort.
Got it.
You're denying all of it, just going through the seal. All of it. I had nothing to do with Miss Ass's preposterous story on the second seal. No desire to cooperate at all. Can't cooperate with fabrication. What do you know about the fourth holy seal? Nothing, Lady Love dies. It's one of the council secrets.
I'm glad to be
A
back.
god told me you went and carved off some flesh. What's up with that?
Pride cannot
You're
hide.
concerned. I vehemently disagree. Fine. Island dies. The islands die, and I want to know why. Demons come to us and rot on our triumphs. And the gods attract them, just keeping on the island, making demonic invasion more likely. Why carve his flesh seems like a sin. You need to study it. You can feel the cosmos when you look at the flesh of one of our lords. He's linked to the stars as he a magnet. What did you find? Nothing. The holiness of our Lord should never have been questioned. Can I verify this is true? Conducted the research in private. I don't like the sound of this witness. Why did you give Sam a piece of god flesh to hide? What did he tell you? If you first needed somewhere to store the flesh, I'm worried that there are people in the syndicate that would sabotage my research. You would have nothing concrete. And then why? The awful, the imperfect 25? Desire for perfection now? They don't want someone proving the council wrong. You didn't use it with Sam to breach the fourth holy seal. This is the first I've heard of it being used with the fourth seal. We'll see about that. Know anything about the demons on the island? Demons? I don't. They're a blight on our holy work, corrupting our righteous home. The marshals exterminated them all after they came to the island. There shouldn't be anyone left. And there shouldn't be any left. Found the hidden bunker you've been using when you study the killer demon in?
Is this a
Nonsense. It is. No, it isn't. It has a blood vial lock coded to yours and Carmelina's blood vials. How to explain? Don't play games. A panic room that Carmelina installed on the island. I'm not comfortable talking about the times that you spent with her, but that was her own hideaway for a time. I don't know anything about illegal demonology studying in there. No demonology, just romance theology. What does that mean? I don't know. You sounded better in my head. Did you see the architect last night? I don't know what to tell you other than that what had sort of been said. Came to spend the evening with me there. Here, if you want to know what she did before that, you need to ask her. Mr. Crimson last night? I didn't see her. Love dies. Did you see the doctor last night? The doctor claimed to be in the clinic all night. Give me just 1 second. My bad, up here. Anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements last night? Monster's movements have been recorded by the Grand Marshal. Do you know anything about the Third Holy Seal? The Holy Seals are kept a secret on purpose. We know about the Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago. Henry is a curse in his soul. His possession 10 years ago condemns the island. Nothing else to know. That is only a reminder of his crime. Stick it, brother. We're gonna go peep. Well, that was just the last two, right? For each. Yes. So we're gonna do Yuri, Architect, Jazz, Witness, and let's do that twice. Oh, Yuri! You got time to chat? What is it? You look like the kind of person who likes wine. I do have a fine drink. I'm able to enjoy expensive wine, better wine. You're fortunate. It helps that I have access to older wines, always a sign of quality. That's not always true. Most wines are made to be consumed within the first 1 to 5 years. Trust me, freak older is better than their experience with wine. Not everyone can appreciate wine. It isn't something for novices of the lower class. You're knowledgeable. Yes, goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Yuri. See ya, Yuri. Let's go hang out with Architect. It's cooler than you anyway. You're just our Architect, brother. Son of a gun.
Oh, what do you want, freak? Let me in. I have a bad feeling about this.
Hello, Carmelina. Let's hang out, bro. As something Architect was, how can you be so short and the town will be perfect? No certainties in architecture and design, both nebulous and subjective. We can never be sure that the design of the next island will be perfect. Why are people calling it the perfect 25? The mind always looks for reassurance, something concrete to hold on to. The world is chaotic and people crave respite. We believe we have solved the problem of demonic corruption. Syndicate sees upon this as a sign of success, a sign of perfection. Nothing will be perfect, close as we come to it. Syndicate has so many problems to solve with its island. Our work is always undermined by the threat of demonic corruption. Do our holy work while our homes rot around us. Syndicate cope if Perfect 25 fails. It won't fail. Hypothetically. Concentrate on your investigation, let me worry about perfection. Investigator, can we discuss something of delicate nature? You have something you want to tell the investigator? I wasn't truthful. Witness used the bunker for a legal study of demons. He wanted to find out if we could, for the sake of the island. All for the sake of the island. Ever since the beginning of the Syndicate, there has been zero tolerance on demons. The misknowledge frightened him. He trapped a killer demon and we experimented on it. I haven't set foot in there for years, since before this started. Where did they get the killer demon? Chapter 1, I don't know how. Kept it secret, but it still means a lot to me. Killer demon would die within when Island 24 ceased to exist. Henry's demon had already done irreparable damage to the island. This one wasn't going to do anymore. What about Witness? I put it out of my mind. We fell apart. We fell apart, and each other's matters became private again. Architect, when did your marriage with Witness end? Why are you asking? Working on something. It would seem to cooperate. About 9 years ago. And you wore a wedding ring? Of course. What's this about? Thank you for your help. Sorry. I'll be back later to accuse you of murder. Or of a co-conspirator. Why? I'm okay. Dr. Doomjazz. Let's hang out with Dr. Doomjazz. I'll take Doc back from where talk hit me. Nothing lasts forever except the certainty of change. Quoting philosophy now. Please, some song on this Skunk Play compilation. Escape Punk compilation. Escape Punk. I never thought you'd be into that. One of the citizens were abducted from the real world had it with them. What else are you into, Sludgecore? Whatever I can get my hands on, this kid had quite the CD collection on him. For Knuckle, crap down, sound you'd think the massive oppressed citizens would mean there would be more punk music on the island. Not allowing them access to instruments or any real means of creativity probably hinders that. Why do you think there are so many murderers in the apartments? Montserrat always said you can't build pyramids without slaves. Got enough pyramids. I agree. Catch you later, Doc. See you in a little bit, brother. Let's go talk to the witness again. And then we'll do the last time, and then it's pretty much game over. And we'll talk to everybody once more. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Hold on. Let me send a quick text. Not Raz right here. We have to go do the ads still too, don't we? I'm not sure how we interact with the obelisks, if we even can. Maybe I have to go back over there. I have no idea. Or we just know it. I don't know. I'll have to look at our computer. When a chat witness, I must warn you that I am not one for long conversation. It was like growing up in the Chaos Palace. Character building is insane network of twisting geometry. I did not see the outside world until I fled for the Syndicate with Ezekiel. I had no concept of time and gave me a unique perspective on the world. What took you to the palace? And I was sure most people would want to be there. Was enslaved as a child, the glorious crying grudge swept through Persia, and I was put to work in the Chaos Palace. Palace was insatiable, I grew without check, and we had to feed us hunger day and night. What happened to it? It was to act during the Great Betrayal. Humanity stepped out of the light, the gods steeped itself in sin. Great monuments to our holy benefactors were torn down. The Chaos Palace was reduced to rubble and then used to build Alexander's cities. Palace should never exist again, but I despair of what they will have lost. Sometimes I think we can live in our own Chaos Palaces. Gods can lead us out.
When love dies.
When is that testimony that you're using the secret bunker for demonology research? From who? Who do you think? Whatever you think you know you don't, I always work for our holy masters. This has nothing to do with the murder of the council, though. Found a killer demon inside the council penthouse with the victim's blood all over his claws. Think you're onto something, but you don't know what you're talking about. Then why don't you tell me? If you think you have some wild conspiracy theory, you'll need to prove it in the trials. We'll talk further about this. See you in the court, witness. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Yuri, hello. Thank you for still saying bye to me. Oh. Every night. Hang out. A time to chat, Yuri. Can we make this last time, freak? Have you ever been in love, Yuri? Love doesn't offer anything. Love constrains ambition, blinds you to your goal. Love can make you understand more about yourself and others. I understand myself and others just fine. Some of us are rulers and the rest of us are meant to be ruled. Rule is very simple, freak. You people confuse yourselves with love and affection. It dulls your senses and stops you from achieving excellence. You open your heart, you open your mind. Goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Yuri. It's a pleasure doing business. Achievement unlocked. Philosophy of secretary. Learn about someone insufferable. Thank you. I agree with that statement. Oh, Doom. Doom's a POG character. Definitely up there in the tier list. Same goes for, Sam. One Last Kiss. Acid. Rest leave a lot to be desired. Though Carmelina has a puppy, so she gets both bonus points. Bear Chain? I don't know. It's like a little meme character. S plus. Fuck the Doom Jets. Outside Doc, can you feel in the air? You've been spraying pheromones again? Island's about to end. Maybe the last time we talk before you and Judge determine who's guilty. Sad to see the island die. I'm more worried about Perfect 25. A new island allows us to have a new start, so make some changes. Healthy to have a change of scenery, feel your free as the mind. If 25 is perfect, there's no more new starts. Not worrying about demonic invasions will take a load off the mind, though. What if the island's built on bad foundations? Don't worry about your pretty little head, Doc. I'm here to breathe life back into the paradise. Menace did not proposition you this time as well. The answer you wanted was never going to happen on this island, and I've heard everything. Mass murder does spoil the mood, doesn't it? What we did in the past stays in the past, Doc. Exile and ready to start over. That's right. Maybe I'll see you on the next island. Hope so. Philosophy of Doctor. Learn about a complicated man. This isn't that complicated, it just seems horny. Why didn't I talk to whatever, it doesn't matter. Carmelina on the way down. Well. Yeah, yo. I did throw food on, I'm gonna check in like 15 minutes, 13 minutes.
I don't like
The menu let me in. I don't lock this. Hang out, bro. It's just an architect. I want to give you something, investigator. Flawless blood dancer eye obtained. An eye, as the eye of the worshipper, the blood dancer has been preserved and added into the storage device. The chronicles of blood dancer have been imprinted into it by examining the crevices of the eye. You may learn about the god. Blood dancer caused multiple planet-wide genocides as he perfected his insane technology. There are always sacrifices for progress, investigator. What are your sacrifices? A personal question. Every day we make micro choices about how we live. Each one bears the weight of our vision for our own future. Is doing this going to better realize my goal? No. Should I do it, even though it's more beneficial to the world or my loved ones? Can I live with the consequences? Sounds great. Individual consequences do not have to be life-altering. They all add up, though. No wonder the island Lady Love dies. Though maybe may learn more about yourself. Thank you for your time, architect. Philosophy of architect. Gift from Carmelina, a preserved eye which has had the chronicles of the god blood dance recorded into it. I mean, she definitely killed Grace. 1000%. I feel like Sam and Lydia may have plotted something, but it was already done. Or they were hired about witness, maybe? To take the demon there. The demon was not supposed to be there from Carmelina's plan, but the demon was there because the witness's plan. I think like everybody had this thinking playing it, just about. Dear Melmy though, no, she's cool. She doesn't do anything. Why am I going here? I wanted to talk to the witness one last time. And I'll be talking to her afterwards, because I'm going to go from up top and go all the way around. Maybe I'll go to the council again. If we go to one last kiss, we'll stop by there, I guess. Why am I going this way? Doesn't really matter, I guess. Want to chat, witness? Must warn you though, I am now one for long conversation. What else do you remember of the great betrayal? Unsure what salvation is. Married to another inhabitant of the palace, a wonderful woman, but she chose heresy over the gods. Do not blame her, it was a troubling time. The whole world changed, temptation of the new light drove us apart. I refused to abandon her heavenly master. She chased me throughout the chaos palace, determined to take my life. Ezekiel saved me. He found a way out of the palace. He found a way out as the palace was attacked, and we were free. We had no idea what daylight or time was, but we knew we had to find the remaining believers. We wandered the desert for many days. Until we met a small caravan of worshippers. We went with them and found the start of the syndicate. Became obsessed with growing the syndicate, and now I work only with the gods. Syndicate work is holy work. Without the syndicate, the gods will never rise again. Balance power. Ezekiel saved me, and now I must save the syndicate. Save? How are you going to save it? Too many of us have forgot to adhere to the way Silent Goat taught us. When was the last time you did a full prayer routine? We'll evangelize these values on the new island to bring us back to the light. In order for that to happen, you need to do your job, Lady Love dies. Let us not do social calls on the next island. Maybe I'll see the next island, maybe. Truth I find about the murderer may involve human witness, but a servant like myself has nothing to fear. Philosophy of a zealot. Goodbye, sir. new information to share? No, I'm okay. Mountain Gorge, Valley of Statues. Hat? Oh. One last trip around the island, pretty much. As we get some dialogue accusing other people. I double jumped! It's fine. Excuse me? Hello, Gracie. I go in the hole. I don't really want to go back down there though. Maybe we'll do that without the witness last, and we can check one more last time. Did you come in the architect last night? Have you asked the witness? Okay, okay. You see the doctor last night? He planning to tell us a secret. I have the secret about the demonology book. Maybe we reach him in. That is maybe there's something about that. I gotta go check. Do we do it remotely or what? I doubt it. Let's go down. Green, blue, red, purple? Or green, red, blue, purple? Showing me a code. The symbols are scholar, bird, bull, snake. Okay. Seen these symbols before when I put my space helmet. I should go back there and try again. I can wait. Maybe I should actually go do that now. But I'll do one last round up, so then I'll do it again. No big deal. Talk to Sam, as we're up here. We were up here. What were you doing in Doomjazz's clinic, Sam? What do you mean, investigator? Doomjazz told me you seen you sneaking around his clinic. I saw be the room with words about some wrong word choice can darken truth and cause a false light on the conspiracy candidate. I have a prescription I need to get from the doctor. Prescription after Lydia killed me on the battlefield and my body refused to die. Lived on this form, I think it suits me, don't you? Fortunately, it has become quite debilitating. A few sequences ago, I began to require a regular blood infusion. Where did they get the blood? All ethnically sourced from Doomjazz and approved by the council. Every citizen has blood as part of their worship, and some of that comes my way, helping the syndicate, helping the gods, right? Please check with Doomjazz. Cooperate my story, so you and Lydia went to get out of the syndicate. What's the plan for sourcing blood? A lot of blood banks out there, Lydia. I'm not going to start killing, am I? Didn't happen to break into this secure container and take a vial of council blood, did you? Something I would do, is it? I wouldn't need to do that. It would be if you were trying to breach the holy seals. Accusing me, LD? We'll see. The blood vial on your chiller says it has the letter K on the label, where the first name would be. Kafka memories, blood samples missing from Doomjet's clinic, and you were seen snooping in there. Is there an accusation anywhere in there, LD? Do you know where the holy seals are? They are secret, aren't they? How would I know? Well, there's a bloodlock. Several days ago, the bloodlock was opened by Kafka memory. Sure, the council member had business with the council being there, didn't they? Not sure I decided that the council should only ever enter the penthouse. As a group, I think you used the blood sample to gain access to the penthouse. Why would I do that? You denying it? Of course I am. I didn't know what about. I didn't know what the third seal was until now. Just did I? I never said it was a third seal. You didn't. You did, didn't you? No, I was careful not to. Thanks, Sammy. Did you see the architect last night? Have you asked Architect LD? That would be my first stop, wouldn't it? See, the doctor last night said he'd been in the clinic, didn't he? Okay. We'll do a slash marker in 3 minutes as well. I'm gonna do the food. I think it'll be like time anyway, so. After that, I'll probably just like let it ride unless it's way too long. One long final one. Danchi. That's from Lena last night. Did you see the architect last night? Didn't see her LD. I was waiting for the call to pick her up. I heard in the witness's apartment that saw. See the doctor last night? Said he was at the clinic all night. Have you asked him? Thank you. Truly, you helped me so much. You see the architect last night? I heard she was hanging out with the witness last night, so I asked her. She was odd. You didn't see the doctor last night? I know something about this clinic, but won't charge you on the back door. I mean, was there more to that than just that it's broken? I can go in it, can I? I didn't try. I'll try it one last time. Kiko and... I'm gonna save it at Kiko and Henry. I don't think we learned anything new though, so this might just be like a waste of time. Anything? Grand Marshal Akiko 14. Absolutely nothing. How about you, Henry? Okay. Well, I will be right back.